Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.
My biggest takeaway of the weekend is that Purdue is the best team in college basketball today. And that can change hands, and it will, because I think Arizona can make a case. Kansas can make a case. Connecticut can make a case. Houston, I'd like to see a little bit more of and see them in the Big 12 early on to see what they are. But I think for Purdue to win that game and for Braden Smith to show us that he is playing as well, what on earth? Did you just go into the Simpsons house?
Yeah, I got tired of Yosemite. I had to go to Bart's house. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, you're at Bart's house now. This is going to be fun. You're going to move around rooms. The Simpsons house, the color in it is sort of the way I feel about college basketball, because I just think that this sport is in such a great place right now. And all the naysayers and the people who say that this is killing college hoops or that's killing college hoops, they look dumb right now. This sport has rich parity, teams with upside like Kentucky who impress the hell out of me. You don't know what's going to happen from game to game. Look at Michigan State just drubbing Baylor and making a massive statement. Unbelievable atmospheres. I mean, the crowds at these games. Did you see Assembly Hall on Saturday? Like that was just absurd. So we champion this sport, but it's really easy to do it right now. Mm-hmm. And I just think that what T.O. said is so accurate. The state of this sport is beautiful. And I got to say this. The last thing I would say is, all throughout the weekend, in a 24-hour span, I called Zach Edey a generational talent. And then a lot of people say he's not a pro and this and that. So here's my message to those people. He is a generational college basketball great. 7'4", 300-pound big men. If you look at the track record of those people in college basketball and their statistics, it's nowhere even remotely close. Right. And to the people who said that it's because he's big, how'd Taco Fall pan out? How were his numbers in college? They weren't these numbers.
Connor Vanover.
So either you can choose to appreciate someone for everything that they're doing, or you can look at literally one game against FDU and have that define the take on Purdue all the freaking time. Because all this team has done the last month is win, win, win. And if you cover college basketball and you still don't believe in Purdue, you are defeating the purpose of the regular season.
Yep. Yeah, well, I don't understand how you don't call him a generational talent. He's going to win Player of the Year again.
Do you know the last time that there was a back-to-back National Player of the Year in college basketball? Ralph Sampson, 1982 and 1983. That's how long it's been. Is Ralph Sampson a generational talent, Tio?
Confirmed.
I probably would say that he is.
Yeah, I looked this up because I planned on using this yesterday and we never did. David Thompson, also 2 times, generational talent, yes or no?
As you guys know by now, we've partnered with BetMGM Sportsbook for this college basketball season. We're going to be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks and predictions throughout the college basketball season. And we are going to have special offers for you, the listeners and the viewers on the Field of 68 each and every week during the season. If you haven't signed up with BetMGM yet, use the bonus code FIELD1500 and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager on BetMGM Sportsbook. Here's what you got to do. Download the BetMGM app. Sign up using the bonus code FIELD1500. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. You will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if that bet loses. Just make sure you use the bonus code FIELD1500 when you sign up. And remember, BetMGM is now available under one wallet in select states. As a New Jersey resident, this is super convenient for me when I have to go cover games in New York or Philly. When crossing state borders, just log into your existing account instead of having to create new accounts in each state that you go to. And most importantly, I got to let you know, we do have some fun stuff coming up for this college basketball season. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odds boosts, my personal favorite, parlay odds boosts. So download the BetMGM app today.
Yeah. Bill Walton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Oscar Robinson.
Yeah.
Robertson. Jerry Lucas.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the only people who've done it more than once. The only people who've done it more than once. It's absurd. And he's going to do it again. One of the greatest college basketball players of all time. Rare air. And then I want to throw in too, I feel like Tyler Hansbrough should be thrown into that list because he easily could have won multiple National Player of the Years. He should have. And there was some voter fatigue because he was so good his freshman season. It was like, God, I guess how many seasons could he go 20 and 14? We got to add some flavor into this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Hansbrough. He came up with the Make Basketball Physical Again t-shirt that we now have in the Field of 68 merch store. And make sure you go check that out, field68.shop. We have
That's
a whole bunch of stuff
Field
up there.
Field68.shop I've heard in a while.
It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. Go out there and buy something. We got some new stuff up there. We got some new merch in the store. Maybe we got to get a Clemson is a basketball school Terrence Oglesby quote on a t-shirt. See if we can make that work. Listen, I have 6 overreactions written down here. Purdue is the clear-cut best team in the sport, is the number 1 overreaction that I have. And we're gonna have a timer going since we already started. I'm just gonna give myself a 2-minute clock, and I will say this. If you look at what Purdue has done so far this season, right? I know that they lost at Northwestern. I know they lost in overtime at Northwestern. I know they got boo-booed at Northwestern. That is going to happen sometimes when you play Northwestern on the road in league play. They've beaten Arizona, number 2 team in America, top 5 team on KenPom. They've beaten Alabama on a neutral, a top 10 team on KenPom, and I would say probably a top 25 to 30 team in America. They've beaten Marquette on a neutral, a top 5 team in America, top 10 team on KenPom. They've beaten Tennessee on a neutral, a top 10 team in America, a top 10 team on KenPom. Yeah. They've beaten Gonzaga on a neutral, a top 20 team in America, and a top 20 team on KenPom. They beat Xavier at home in a game that we were at where it looked like they were just holding off Xavier like this, like big brother beating up on little brother. They beat Iowa at home in a game. Iowa's a top 50 team in America. In a game where it was just basically a blowout. Like, they are just steamrolling so many good teams in this sport, where I think you look at them and say, if Fletcher Loyer is going to play that way and Braden Smith is going to play that way, they are frankly unbeatable. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I think they're unbeatable. The only reason that Arizona was able to get back in that game was because they went to a 2-3 zone that messed everything up for Purdue, and Purdue still found a way to figure it out. Arizona coming into that game had not played a single possession of a zone defense throughout the entire season. They threw a curveball. It worked for about 5 minutes, but then Purdue figured it out and they won by 8. That doesn't guarantee that Purdue is going to win this year. I think that there is a clear-cut top 4 in the sport of Arizona, Houston, Purdue, and UConn, and I think you can make an argument that Kansas deserves to be in there. That's another take that we're going to have here in a minute.
Houston over Marquette, huh?
I think so right now.
Yeah, but wait a minute. But Houston over Kansas. Kansas they went on the road and beat Indiana.
So the reason, look, they're
10-1.
Yeah, on KenPom right now, and I know it's early and it's noisy, but the difference between number 4 and number 5 on KenPom is the same gap between the difference between number 5 and number 21 on KenPom. So that's what I was referring to when I said clear-cut top 4. There's arguments to be made. We'll get into all that. But I'm with you guys. I think Purdue right now is the best team in the sport, and I think that they have to be number 1 in the sport. And when Braden Smith and Fletcher Loyer play that way, I don't think that they are beatable. Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.